Wake up, wake up, wake up. Tuesday morning, 71 degrees out there. Thank goodness the party is over. Just one disappointment. All in all, great night.
There wasn't no disappointment. Everybody and his brother was there. Hey, good morning. I'm Jamie Cooper. Thank y'all for getting up with us. This is Athens in the AM on a Tuesday morning edition. #1 rated morning TV program right next to ZYP, Athens, Alabama, Highway 72. Buzz is already in here this morning. We'll talk with him in just a little bit. Teresa should join us later on this morning. The Mayor, Ronnie Marks, will be here in just a little bit. And, yes, our sideline intern sports reporter who said she's had their fill of Johnny football, Jordan Flatt, here this morning. Frank, Abby, and Brad running things in here this morning. You can give them a call, 230-4988, or text Gloria, 603-4848. First and foremost, I want to thank Dr. Alan Coleman for this new shirt I got on. We're going to go over some of my gifts that we received the other night during the party. I went to bed at 2:30 in the morning. That's what time I usually get up. Capacity crowd at our house. I want to thank everybody for coming over. We'll go through some of the gifts in just a moment, and one that is really special that I had no idea even existed, but we will share that with you in just a moment too. Let's get it cranking on this Tuesday morning. Here's Gloria with the weather, and it's absolutely fantastic as we end summer and get into football season.
Summer's officially over. Yes, it is. 71 degrees out there. Feels quite nice. No rain to really worry about today. In fact, it looks like we will escape rain all week with very little chance of those pop-up showers. High temperatures today around 87, your low of 61. Partly cloudy skies out there, so maybe it won't feel quite as hot as it has last week. I think we're in the 80s most of this week. Look at 87 for your high as well tomorrow, and there it is. I mean, literally 0 to 10% chance of those showers the whole week, so it looks like an absolutely beautiful weekend coming up.
All right, let me get comfortable this morning. We got a lot of folks in here, a lot of folks at the house the other night. Jordan's going to start attending a high school game each week. She's going to tell us what happened and give her opinion of high school football and everything like that. First and foremost, let me tell you about some of the presents I got.
You're rotten.
Now I have my own goat for my neighborhood, thanks to my spinning class. They didn't want me to be the only one on my street without a goat, Frank, so they got me this one. So I want to thank all the spinning class, Dusty McLemore included, and thank you, Dusty, for the big owl that's hard enough to get back in the box. No wonder he gave it to me. But,
that's what you kept saying.
That was his idea to get a goat. And I want to do a shout out first and foremost to Zeke up at Pizza Inn. He put on such a display of culinary skill Saturday, and we ordered 40 boxes of pizza. We ate 37 of them. So that night.
Thank goodness he had the other food too. I mean,
37 boxes of Pizza Inn pizzas that gang went
delicious.
through.
I know.
Live rock and roll band.
There was no other food left, and he filled the whole table.
Those burritos were delicious. You want to cater something, you call Zeke up at Pizza Inn. Let's go through some of the photographs the other night, and we'll talk about that a little bit. That's the golf cart. There's Abby, Greg, is that Molly and Maddie in the back? We'll give a shout out to Tinker, bringing his 6-passenger golf cart over. Don't forget, we still have the Porta Lisa from Tate Services parked out back. Hardwood floors, air conditioning, Buzz for an outhouse.
That's right.
It was sharp. Next photograph. That's me in the middle.
Spinning class.
There's Jim.
The girls keep
Michelle.
Class.
Amy. And Heather. The spinning class was well represented. That's outside out by the pool. Next photograph. That's me in the white. There's Layla.
Hayward made it.
Yeah, and there's Gloria in the center. And she brought me a nice gift. True Southern Legends, too. What a fancy gift she got me. I'll show it to you in just a second. Next photograph. Oh, here it is right here. True Southern Legends. Yeah, that's two Southern Legends. Jamie Cooper and Alabama football. We'll talk more about Alabama football in a moment. One of the prize gifts I got that night. Thank you, Layla, for getting me that gift. Oh, Waylon and Willie were there, and their wives. They had a good time. Is that all? What else photos? That's me in the middle. There's Joe and Heather.
Getting your goat.
Had a good crowd. Yeah, they're eating another piece of pizza.
There's pizza.
They're the ones that had the goat delivered to me. They wanted me to not be left out in the neighborhood. Next photograph.
Miss Christy Valls made it. Of course, Vanessa and Abby from Coleman Dental Group. They were fun.
Next photograph. That. I got to tell y'all this story. That was my birthday present to me.
Yeah, thanks.
Hold that shot. Go back to that shot, Brad. I wanted a picture on my wall that showed something I really like. So when we got ready to go pick it up, got to give a shout out to the folks down at Athens Sign Company down at Railroad Bazaar.
For the billboard.
They blew it
Thanks,
up.
Craig.
Hold it up there a second.
Thanks, Sonia.
Went to get it over at Frame Gallery Friday. It would not fit in the Hummer. So Tom McAllister was out and about. Tom's doing well. Give a shout out to him this morning. We then got his van. We go over there on North Jefferson to pick it up. Wouldn't fit. Squeezed it in there with half of it sticking out of the back. We drove from there to our house. With me holding that thing on, I was like a scrunched up midget in the front seat trying to hold it. Had the flashers on in Tom's van, and I'm holding it like this. We're doing 10 miles an hour. Finally got that thing out and got it mounted up on the wall.
Thank you, Tony Cooper, for the frame.
Yeah, so that was nice. But I got this.
But a very surprising gift that you got.
Yeah, but my prize gift was this. This photograph right here. From my buddy Jim Keller. He used to work with me at Channel 31. He and I covered the 1980 World's Fair. And look. That's Bear Bryant and me. Now, a lot of people are saying on Facebook I look like a 70s porn star. But that was kind of the style back in those days. Bear, if y'all remember, used to lean up against the post all the time in the end zone.
Yes, he did.
Jim Keller, Glenn Fry and me, look kind of like there with the Eagles, That's all the same time. That's got to be 70. We figured it was probably 1976. But here's the way that story went. Jim Keller's watching a CBS special, I do believe, on Bear Bryant. Mm-hmm. And they're talking about how when he was leaning up against the goalpost, no one ever approached him. Here's that video. It's only about 20 or 30 seconds. Let me share that with you. And Jim blew that up. So, man, what a excellent gift. I mean, I should have asked Bear then about bear wrestling. It was a couple years later that I too wrestled a bear.
Go ahead and admit it. You didn't know what to say.
I'm going to go up and talk to him. I was scared to death enough of interviewing him. Roll that video, Brad.
Let's see.
Even knowing, I feel a little nervous. I am because I need to work.
He knew exactly what he was doing. You don't think he went down there and stood in the end zone in his checkered hat and leaned on the goalpost because he was comfortable. It was so everybody could see him.
I think at some moment, Bear suddenly realized he was going to be more than just a successful coach. He was going to be an icon, and there is a certain tilt of the head, a certain arrogance, a certain exercise of power.
So it's not photoshopped, it's real.
No, that's real. That's me right there with Bear Bryant in the end zone at the goalpost, probably down at Legion Field in about 1976 is when I went to work at 3175. I just turned 60 last Friday. Thank everybody for coming up here. Got to give a shout out to my buddy Mark Moody too for showing up the other night over at Marmac Real Estate. Everything. Thank all y'all for all the gifts of everybody up here Friday. The band Highway 99 and everything like that. Travis Womack Hills Rock and Roll Band played at the Saturday night at our house. The mayor was there. Teresa, I'm sorry y'all missed it. There were like 120 or 30 there. Plenty of food. Is that all the pictures?
Yes, I hope so.
That we can show? All right, let me move on to a couple other things right now. Herbs and More has moved. They opened today, and they're officially first full day, I guess, in a new location right there at the Dollar Tree Shopping Center. There's Abby. She works down there, too. Go by and visit them this morning. What time they open, Abby? 9 o'clock? Herbs and More, new location right there in Bill Ming's Shopping Center, right there right beside Champion Chevrolet. You cannot miss it.
And the Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree Shopping Center. I guess they're the big boys there. Herbs and More has moved. That's their new location. Oh, by the way, I know Alabama and Auburn played over the weekend. We Alabama fans are disappointed.
Oh, it's the first
Even though we won by 25.
It's the first game.
We got a week to improve 2 weeks actually before we play A&M, and we'll beat the snot out of them. And Johnny Football, we'll shove it up, where with him. But Jordan will highlight that in just a little bit too if she talks about that. Auburn also won. Johnny Lee D said it was a little warm down there. He's
quite warm.
Yeah. So he was down. It was real warm down there. But Alabama off this week. Big game coming up this weekend. Of course, Georgia, South Carolina. Georgia beaten by Clemson, and Georgia was favored to win that one. So we'll talk more about that coming up in a little bit too.
Didn't everyone up here pick Georgia?
Everybody up here did pick Georgia.
They did.
Every single one of them. Oh yeah, I got this little fur ball hat here, so I would try it on, but
It won't mess up your hair, I'm sure.
Maybe this would look more. Well, that right there looks real good, yeah. I didn't know they had I should have invented this right here.
You should have.
Should have. Wait a minute.
Oh, my goodness.
You got to watch it.
Good job.
You got to look at and I want to say, y'all may have noticed some changes here on ZTV 11 over the weekend. We finally hooked into Cozy. Now, some major changes today will take place. Here's the main one. the show will no longer replay at 9 o'clock at night.
Be nice when you complain.
It will replay at 6 p.m. and 11
possible.
p.m. and the 4 a.m. So there's 6 a.m., 6 p.m., and 11 p.m. I know a lot of people watch at 9 o'clock at night. My suggestion is record it today or at 6. Churches have moved too. Crosspoint moved to 6 a.m. First Baptist moved to 10 o'clock this past Sunday. Clements and Lindsay Lane both stay the same. Now, I don't have a clue what's coming up tonight on Cozy, but from now on I will be giving you a daily update on what shows there. We watched Charlie's Angels the other Sunday night.
We did.
Watched the Jimmy Stewart 3-hour movie yesterday. So we are now officially hooked up to Cozy TV. If you have any complaints, keep them to yourself.
Oh, you can send them.
But the main deal is the show will not replay at 9 o'clock at night. So y'all kind of get used to that. We will start updating you on everything that Cozy's got going on. They are one of the fastest growing retro-like networks going.
New, started in
we still have
January.
retro, I noticed back here this morning, which that should have been changed. Somebody forgot. Dropped the ball on that one, Brad. I don't call any names, but there's a list of the studio right there. So we are now Cozy. So by the time we come back after this commercial break, we will have Cozy up here. So
Jamie will jump right on that.
we got a lot of things to talk about this morning, but thank you all. Oh, it's not a hurricane, but it's a cane. I got all this too. Deluxe folding cane with maple hand grip, Frank. Yeah. Some people might need one of those.
Good to hear.
Hospital quality, adjustable height, locking collar for safety. All right, just what everybody needs to try to walk.
Knock you upside your head with it.
So I need that.
I know.
Thank again. I thank everybody for the gifts. I mean, it ain't often you turn 60 and feel as good as I do.
Well,
So I'm only halfway to where I need to be. Huh?
Really?
Oh, we got a lot of stuff to talk about this morning. I'm going to take a break now. I'll come back and do a little bit of news in just a moment. Y'all hang on.